and welcome back to Reactioncast. It's your host, Jesus, aka Tyrant Dominus, here to give you my top 5 television series from 2022. So, we're going to be starting out in a little bit, but we're going to be doing some honorable mentions that I was not able to watch last year or didn't have time for one reason or another. So, we're going to start out with that.
Ranking of Kings. Pantheon. House of the Dragon.
The king has an heir, Daemon Targaryen.
I will not be made to choose between my brother and my daughter.
Number 5.
So starting out with number 5 is A Court of Fey and Flowers, presented through Dropout's Dimension 20 series, an actual play with the DM being this time, or GM this time being Abria Ironguard, coming back and doing a wonderful Regency genre with a wonderful cast. I think I rewatched some of these episodes multiple times just because it was enjoyable. It was different. It's been a while since I've seen something in that genre, and with some comedic and actually some very emotional tones to it as well, and mixing in the actual play with it as well. I think for me, in my opinion, this was one of my top 5 of the shows that was, if you did not get a chance to see it, highly recommend. Wonderful cast, wonderful moments, and yes, for sure, A Court of Fey and Flowers is a definite show that deserves to be on my top 5 for 2022.
Number 4.
Now moving on to number 4 is season 3 of The Boys. The Boys it's interesting because we get the return of all the characters in a new setting, and just going through that adventure again, going through everything and introducing a few new characters, some new villains, some new plot twists. It overall, having The Boys again with such a dynamic atmosphere, wonderful again to see them all over. I would definitely I am happy to see them as one of my top 5. It had a lot of good moments. It had some lacking moments for sure, but that's why it's not one of the top 3, but it hits home some of the best episodes and some of them and more interesting plot developments and world building that I'm looking forward to seeing. So we'll see what season 4 will do when it comes out. Let's hope for more. But yeah, some of the action-packed stuff that happened in this season were interesting, and definitely should makes it to my top 5.
Number 3.
And number 3, we're going with The Legend of Vox Machina, an actual play show turned animated, and the team from the series originally was produced by Critical Role Productions, and it was a wonderful take on all the adventures that Critical Role has done from their first campaign, given to animated fashion. I personally have not seen the actual play show, but I had some inklings of some things here and there. My brother is a huge fan, so just seeing the show on its own from an outsider's perspective, just watching it as a television series, I felt it was a wonderful show. You could see some of the fun things you could see on the table be shown on the thing. You could see it in moments if you have that kind of mindscape and stuff. But overall, the show provided a like fun adventure, some gaffes, some goofs, because they had some wonderful things to play upon. So it's perfect. It's like really wonderful. Great series, with season 2 just starting early in January, just around the corner. I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, a definite watch if you missed out on this one. The Legend of Vox Machina. Catch season 1. Season 2 is just around the corner if you are listening to this right now.
Number 2.
Now, number 2 is Peacemaker. Surprisingly, Peacemaker, a spin-off series from the Suicide Squad movie, created and I believe directed by James Gunn, who is now the head of all the DC, or one of the heads of the kind of the leading thing. And you'll be surprised that the series did a wonderful job. John Cena continued his role as Peacemaker, doing a wonderful performance. The rest of the cast did an wonderful take. It's a fun, goofy show. It was always fun to look forward to the next episode, and ridiculous here and there. Like it had so many great moments, so many interesting points. I definitely, my number 2, like if they had to do a spin-off from anyone, I'm glad they did Peacemaker for sure. It's a worthwhile watch. You'll have some laughs and some interesting comedies. It's James Gunn, so you can kind of see where the direction on some of these things will go. So yeah, there you go. Number 2 right there.
Number 1.
And number 1 is gonna be season 4 of Overlord. Yes, I believe I can honestly say season 4 of Overlord was my most rewatch of 2022. I think I've rewatched every episode at least 3 to 4 times before the next episode came out. It was a wonderful continuation, a wonderful start to what's to come, and itself a good isolated story of its own, of Ainz just making himself known to the world and who he and his people are. And honestly, has so many fun action sequences, have so many fun character building moments, so many just plot developments, world building. One of the best seasons, to say the least. Like, for sure, this is my number 1 of 2022, season 4 of Overlord. And like I said, I think I've rewatched this series so many times in just 2022 just because of how well done it was. I'm glad. I hope the production team, because there's a movie gonna come out in the next couple coming soon. I don't know that anytime soon. Continuing this, so it's great. It's great. I think I might, just looking back in all my top 5, I want to rewatch a lot of these, and for sure I'm looking forward to just rewatching Overlord season 4 once more. It's like I said, all these series, all 5 of them, were wonderful, and I most of them I rewatched so many times, and I think for me, honestly, Overlord season 4 was my number 1. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought of my thoughts. Did I miss any? Were there any shows you're looking forward to this coming 2023? Let me know down below so I can kind of catch up. If there's any series you wanted me to review from last year, just like I said, leave it down in the comments. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Spotify or Anchor, there should be a comment down below so you can leave a note or two. Yeah, let me know your thoughts, because there's always a lot of shows. I do my best to try to catch up and watch them. But yeah, so thanks again for listening or watching. Until next time, see ya.